Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of How to Suck Less at Ultra Street Fighter 4. Today we're going to be covering a couple topics, and the first one is going to be special move execution. Just how to do special moves properly, right? So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get into the training mode of the game and pick your favorite character. And then you're going to want to hit start, and you're going to want to go down to training options, and you're going to want to make sure that the input display is set to on. Right? And that's just going to bring up this scroll on the side of the screen there that shows what input you're making. So I'm going to use the little blue punch here as a sort of a bookmark to show where moves start, because the whole scroll can get a little full pretty fast. So let's just do a fireball, right? Quarter circle forward and punch. Okay, there you go, and there you go. All right. So how to read this, right? It shows that I press down, then down forward, and then forward, and then I pressed punch, and when I pressed punch, I was also holding forward. Yeah, that's how to read this. This is going to be one of kind of three tools that we use when we're diagnosing special moves and we're trying to do them, but maybe we don't have them down pat, right? The other two are going to be the feel of the controller, and that's primarily for people using a fight stick. So you can actually feel the indentations on all the diagonals and the cardinal directions. And that's going to be useful when you're trying to do something and you're not sure where you're ending. And the other thing we're going to look at is what your character does instead of the special move you were trying to do. So if we're taking a fireball, and Ryu's going to do a fireball, oh, he didn't do a fireball. He did a crouching punch. Right, and you can see that after the blue punch there is a bookmark, I did down, and then down forward, and then I pressed punch on the down forward. I didn't get all the way to forward, and if we're using a stick, you can try and feel that as well. And so we have the evidence that Ryu did the crouching punch, and we have the inputs, and so I'm not going forward enough. So okay, I'll go forward more. There we go. So now I'm pressing forward as I'm doing it. Okay. What if I'm trying to do a dragon punch, right? So dragon punch is forward, then down, and down forward, okay? So it should kind of look like that. And you'll notice I kind of rolled the inputs, right? I didn't do that clean input. You don't have to. I did forward, then down, so I'm kind of rolling down, then I kind of rolled back forward, and that's a perfectly valid way of doing it. You can start it forward, then roll to down and roll forward. All right, let's try it. Let's try it again here. Oh, that was a good one. Let's try one more time. Okay, that didn't work. Well, you can see the inputs. I pressed forward, and then I didn't press down. I didn't get all the way to down. I just pressed down forward, and then I pressed punch. Probably because I'm doing it too quickly, right? Or something like this. Well, here I never pressed forward. I was probably trying to be too quick, and I didn't press the forward at the start of the motion that I should have, right? How about this one? Okay, well, this one seemed to be good, right? You had a forward, a down, and a down forward. If it looks good, and Ryu did a crouching punch, and that's what's supposed to happen, because I'm supposed to be pressing down, forward, and punch at the end, then maybe I'm just not doing it fast enough if all else fails. Okay, so we'll try to speed that up a bit. There you go. Shoryuken. Right, so that's just two things. Let's do Ryu's super. So his super is going to be double quarter circle forward, 2 rolls of forward, and punch. And just to see what that looks like. Right, now that was a pretty clean input. It can be messier than that. I'll try to do it a little messier. Okay, so this just shows that the system can be a little flexible. So I didn't do a clean input. I started with like diagonals, and then I kind of rolled forward, and then I kind of did some other diagonals, and I even skipped the last diagonal, that down and left. But generally speaking, I kind of started in the right spot and ended in the right spot, and the ending is the most important directionally. And there you go. You can get your super move. One other common thing that'll happen, I'll show you how it goes. If you try to do just say a regular fireball, and this comes out, okay, well that's the pause screen. That's because you've accidentally hit the pause button instead of a punch. A very common mistake. And it actually segues us nicely into our next topic of conversation, which is rage quitting. Now, everybody needs to know how to rage quit in a Street Fighter game, right? It's one of the basic skills. And yes, you can rage quit through the pause menu, but it's a little awkward. You got to pause, and then you got to go to exit, and then you got to confirm that you're going to exit the game, and then you go back to the main menu, and by this time it's really not working as a rage quit. I would suggest instead on PC, for instance, to go with Alt F4. Very simple rage quit, wonderful, simple, quick. On a console, you might try throwing your controller on the ground and walking away. That's a great one. If you're in person with someone else, you can just threaten to ban them from your house forever. That'll work just fine. Now, when you rage quit, of course, you're going to want to yell something or say something and really get that anger out. Obscenities are a popular choice, of course. But sometimes you want like a phrase or a thing, or you want to insult somebody, and that's a great strategy, but there are a few pitfalls. For instance, a very popular choice is "that character is bullshit." You yell that as you hit the Alt F4. Now, it's popular, but I would actually recommend against that, because eventually you're going to be playing against someone who's picked the same character as you have. And then you're going to say that out of force of habit, and you're going to come face to face with the psychological deception that you're trying to perpetrate upon yourself. Nobody wants that. So instead of using "that character is bullshit," you may want to insult their dedication to the game, right? You may want to talk about how they spend their time all day, every day playing this game. Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. You're going to be that good, right? Go get a life. That kind of thing. That's a much safer option, right? And you can use that and have no idea how much time they've actually invested in the game, leaving you safe from exposing the psychological deception, which is ideal for a rage quit. So, hope I gave you some skills. Have fun. Thanks.